Sunny TV Arsenal, we're live. Welcome to the channel. Everyone on YouTube, everyone on Facebook, our Facebook group that we're partnered with, the Arsenal Inside Out group. Thanks for joining us. And get your comments in, and also feel free to join in the podcast if you wish to. Got a very special guest with me today. It's David from Football Fan Focus, and what I'm going to do straight after this show finishes, I'm going to put in David's YouTube link to his channel, the Football Fan Focus. So all you need to do to subscribe to his channel, which I really suggest that you do, just click on it and hit that subscribe button. And David's going to tell us everything that he's going to do on the channel. And just want to introduce him again. David, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, good. Thank you, Sonny. How you doing?
Really good, David. Always is a pleasure to have you on because
yeah, same here. Always a pleasure to be here.
I've learned a lot from you, mate. In the short time that we've known each other,
yeah,
from football to women to finances. I haven't learned that much, mate. But I do value your opinion. Tell us about your channel, mate, and what you're looking to do on it, and let's encourage all these great people who are following us on YouTube to join you.
Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. Thank you for having me here as well. So yeah, Football Fan Focus. We've just recently rebranded from FanChat TV. We originally came up with the concept of FanChat TV. We were on South Bank for a little while. Obviously, at the beginning of, I think it was 2018, we started the channel, and we were obviously doing videos with football fans before a Premier League season started. We started doing a lot of different fan cams across. Brighton Man United match was one. We had a viral hit with Fulham versus Crystal Palace, which was a weird one. And yeah, we done a lot of videos, a lot of fan cams outside stadiums. Obviously, we're a multi-club based channel, so we don't just follow one club.
Am I right in saying you're speaking in the Real Madrid box room at the moment?
No, I wish, mate. It's just a backdrop. I wish. But yeah, we were doing a few fan cams between different clubs, and we came up with the idea, let's start doing watch-alongs, let's start doing different ideas, fan profiles, which is one of our main ideas, where we get a fan talking about one specific club, why they started supporting them. Like, for example, if I was with you, Sonny, I will ask you why you started supporting Arsenal. Why do you think their downfall was? And then at the end of the show, we give fans a chance to make their all-time 11, which is what we did. And then we came up with watch-along ideas and so forth. And then after all, we were like, nobody's really searching for us because we don't have football anywhere near our channel name. So we decided to make Football Fan Focus as our rebrand strategy. And yeah, it's now searchable on YouTube. Everything's changed up. And we got some mega ideas. I had the call with the boys yesterday. I had a call with the lads. I have two co-founders with me, Matt and Aaron. And we had a great call yesterday and talking about massive changes, including really professional broadcasts coming up for next season. The likes of, broadcasts that are on the level with a lot of top YouTube channels. So we're going to be doing that next season.
Forget about on the level of top YouTube channels. The broadcasts that these Football Fan Focus are actually going to come up with, they're on the level of top broadcasts like Sky and BT Sport. Never mind top YouTube channels. This is one of the sole reasons why I'm trying to promote these guys so much, because they're going to bring the YouTube experience to a different level. It's going to be very, very professionally done. The commentary on the watch-alongs is sublime. I put them up there with the Martin Tylers and the Andy Grays. And if you want hairy arms, it's Richard Keys and Sonny, right? So honestly, the level what this channel is going to be next season is going to be really good. It's something that I'm learning from, and it's definitely something that I'm pleased to say at this early stage, which I've got some affiliation to, because if David don't include me in it, I'm gonna go around his house and handcuff myself.
We definitely will. We will definitely will. Not the handcuff idea, but yeah, we will include you in it. Yeah.
I just want to shout out some of the comments that's come up before we get into that subject. Right? The premise of this show today is chat with Sonny, right? So basically, we've got no scripts. We got no schedule. We ain't got anything, right? So it's all this hour or so we're going to do is all for you guys in the comments. So you lot can also set the agenda. And if you want to come on, just let me know, and I'll put a link in the stream for you, so you can join us on it as well, right? So look at it like this, right? We all went out. We've gone into the pub for a quick half, or JD and Coke, or whatever you fancy drinking, or a cup of coffee and espresso, whatever, a cup of PG tips, and we bumped into each other, and we're just having a chat. So that's exactly what it is. So let's just have a normal chat. I just want to shout out a few people in the comments.
It's Friday night. It's Friday night now, isn't
exactly.
it? Exactly. So.
It's Friday night, and it's down to you guys to set the agenda. Yeah, Alfie Brindle, big up yourselves. Only transfers I'm interested in is you know what, the transfer show is saying that you get set up, and I'm not going to. We will go through transfer speculation if that's what you want to do, but it's not what the show's going to be about. Joseph Connor, Golden, thanks for your donation, mate. Big up Sonny and David, always keeping it real.
Cheers, mate.
Hardcode FC, big up yourselves. Love you guys. Love you, tell Sonny. It's better than AFTV. That is without question, my friend. And you're always welcome to come on the channel as well. Make it even better. Liam talks football. Another guy who talks a lot of sense. Hello, my friend. JSGA football. Big up yourselves, my friends. Pablo, Paulie B, AFC. How is that? You know what? I'm not too bad today. I hope you're well.
I love how you went Pablo there. It's proper Spanish.
Pablo's my dog's name as well. My pug's name.
I didn't know your pug.
I won as much as position. Sonny, you wanker. Thank you. Only when I haven't got company, mate. Daniel Hardy, how to say? You like? Happy Friday. You too, my friend. Let's just click through, and then we'll go to the show. Big up, Sonny, keeping it real since 1985. Big up yourself. Right, let's get on to the show. I noticed something on Twitter earlier, and a friend of mine messaged me, and he said a mutual friend of ours is having a pretty hard time, mental health wise. He's going for a bad day, and the reason I'm not going to mention any names or anything like that, but I want to tell you a story how I got into social media and why I got into social media. Yeah, and I know that you run a media company, David.
I do,
and from someone who runs a media company, not just a YouTube channel, I want you to tell me, what your experience of running a media company is, and has it got any impact in real life, right? Because obviously some people could separate whatever the sporting side of it is to their own personal lives. Me, I'm an open book to some extent. I can't keep one separate from the other. And when you're not media trained, a lot of us fall into that net. But I don't mind it to some extent, because I think the community that we've built on this channel, I feel very close to, and I actually feel that a lot of people on here are my friends. You know. So I just want to read out a message which upset me, and I'm going to reach out to this person and try and involve him as much as I can if he wants to, and let him feel that he's not alone. Okay. He said, "My life has totally been ripped up and chucked into the bin." So obviously, there's been some event in his life which has taken a turn for the worse, right? Yeah. I'm so empty, hollow, and don't know what to do. Which is there's come a time when we've all felt like that. I'm literally alone with nowhere to go, and I'm so scared. You know what? That's the line which got me the most, right? When you suffer from mental health, the main thing you feel, if you feel alone, right? That's what you feel. You feel alone. I'm just saying that from my own perspective. Yeah. And I wrote, I didn't know what, and I was scared, lonely and worried, and I don't know why I'm writing this either, right? And I guess I need to tell someone, you know, that when you say to somebody, I don't know why I'm writing this, it's a call out for help, right? It's a call out for help to whoever may want to listen to you, right? And I'll tell you something, right? To feel that you have to put something on social media to get that help is very, very sad, right? And I'm saying from my own perspective, right? This is the reason I'm saying this, right? And this is what none of you lot don't know. After the loss of my wife, I was looking for things to replace something what was missing in my life, and that's when I went on Arsenal Fan TV. Because I'm, some people go to drink, some people go to drugs, some people go to whatever, some people go on to somebody else, some people, I don't know. But my thing was, I wanted to find something to do. I wanted to find a group to belong to. And I felt that I had to use social media and the bullshit fame, adulation, and what goes with it as someone on YouTube to get some sort of praise and love and acceptance and someone liking you or whatever, to feel like I'm substituting something that I've lost to something which is fake and bullshit, really, because when you look for things through the wrong people and the wrong channel sometimes, not the wrong channels in YouTube, I mean the wrong channel in life to attach yourself to, and to replace something that you feel low about, and you just want to find something to pass your time. So for me, that's how I got into YouTube. The worst thing it was for me, it was totally the wrong thing for me to do. And anyone with any types of mental health issues and depression and this, that, and the other, YouTube should be the last place you should be, or on social media, in my opinion, right? And I've given up this channel probably 200 times. I've given up this channel, and I've always been told by other people on the channel, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't give it up, you can't give it up because there's people out there who like it. And while I've been on the edge of the cliff, as in fact I've given up channel, there's always been someone who brought me back in, or I've had time out, or I've come back in. But as someone in a media company, what's your outlook? Because social media is another thing where people are dating on with social media. People are getting married through social media. People go to brass on social media. People go to Just Eat on social media. People get their food delivered on social media. Everything is about social media. So how did we survive without social media?
So for me, running a media company, I've kind of resonated with what you said in terms of your story in general. And a lot of people turn to social media, and a lot of people that I work with, a lot of companies that I work with, turn to social media because they want to feel either recognized on a level that will keep them at a normal state, for example, if you would call it that. So social media is a barrier. It's the virtual reality of what we live in today. Yeah. And a lot of people who go on social media crave either likes or comments or whatever because they want to be valued by others across the world. And whatever they post on social media gives them that sense of recognition and also achievement for something. And it could replace something, like you said, Sonny, or it could lead to even worsen the situation. Because someone's creating an account on YouTube, whether it be Instagram, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media platform you use, if you do not get that recognition, it could even deepen the worries that you're already feeling.
Yeah.
And it gives you then an even worsen sense of purpose.
Yeah.
In terms of mental health or mental illness. So it's not a substitute for something, but it can help on some way to create that kind of virtual reality for yourself. And the companies that I work with in terms of the media world, and I work with a lot of sales companies, marketing companies, and so forth. And this is obviously completely away from football, apart from my YouTube venture that me and Aaron and Matt started. That is giving them the recognition, is giving companies recognition for what they're doing. But personally, for people in a personal state, sometimes it will worsen and deepen the worries that you're already feeling. And I feel for a lot of people that have had that going on for them in their life, and social media has just created a new, different type of barrier to overcome.
I mean, it could even be something like how many retweets. Someone defines their life by how many retweets and how many likes they get, how many followers they have. You know,
Yes.
and it's all about retweets, followers, and likes. And people judge other people on how many followers they have. You know, and
Yes.
it's crazy. You know, if you haven't got X amount of followers, is that person worth Is that person worth giving them my time? You know, and it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, you know, that's why when I've done this channel, I'm more interested in people through the comments and through just people come on the channel, and I'm more interested in their opinion than somebody who's got 100,000 subscribers, for instance.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of good people out there without a platform to speak, even if it's just about football.
And YouTube divulges into a world also where monetary value comes into it as well, which is another different society altogether. A lot of Instagram accounts aren't monetized, or they don't get brand deals. Only celebrities get brand deals. But when a YouTube channel gets monetized, for example, it leads into a whole thing. Oh, these views aren't matching what my expectations are. Oh, this video isn't matching what my expectations are. You see? So people who comment in the chat, I actually physically like to read out the comments, regardless if they're good or bad, because it then gives you a sense of disproportionality, if you would call it, if that is a word. So the proportion of someone saying something bad compared to someone saying good. And then you can physically, you know, contemplate in your mind that a lot of people more are actually liking my content than disliking my content. But you have to take the dislikes as constructive criticism rather than the opposite way.
I mean, yeah, it's a bit like Hardcode FC said. You know, we're talking about something now, and you still got people in the comments making nasty comments. Why? What, you know? What does it get you? Does it get a feeling up your bum or something that make a nasty comment to somebody that it makes you feel more important, makes you feel more worthwhile? You know, take a look at yourself. You sad individual. You know, are you that relevant to be? We're talking about the impacts of mental health and social media, and you're on here giving nasty comments out. You know,
I mean, sometimes if you do, for example, troll on comments or, you know, make a nasty comment on a YouTube video, on a live stream, like for example this one, think about it carefully before you put it up on the comment section, and think about what type of impact that is going to have on the person that is doing the video itself. It's not a question of typing up and then and not thinking of the consequences after, because like I said, it can have an impact. But if the person doing the YouTube live stream feels like it does have an impact on them, read out a good comment, and then it doesn't balance it up, but it does go in towards your favor. That, like on this live stream, what, 60, 70 people, soon 80, 100 people will be watching this, and it does balance it up that you too, Sonny, yourself, have a great following, and a lot of these comments are great to read out because they do reinforce why you started the channel in the first place and why you're doing what you're doing on a day-to-day basis.
You know what? In this last week, right? Obviously, a well-known person has come off a really big platform and has gone back on his own, right? And all they do is harp on about how much the people on that channel support this person who's going through this hard time, yeah. Which is great to see. So Claude leaving AFTV and or when he was on AFTV and when joined up with Terry and Diesel, and Terry and Diesel got this great love for him. If leaving me has made you support Claude in his journey, right, and you've got you two, this great guy you've got around him, right, I take that as a blessing. However much you don't like me, the fact that you two are there for him, right? But there's a but to it. Take a look at yourselves also, because when I watched your last stream, last couple of streams, because I put out this video saying that let's all squash beef and this, that, and the other, and let's all get on with it.
I saw that one.
Thinking there's going to be some sort of reaction from you guys saying, you know what, you're right, enough's enough, let's put this to bed.
Yeah.
But what I was shocked to see was I was being blamed for Claude getting nasty phone calls. Right? It was suggested that I gave out Claude's phone number. Your number is not even on my phone no more, my friend. You're not relevant to me for your number to be on my phone. So I haven't gave out your number to anybody. And for you to suggest that I did have without no facts and no substance to that is very wrong of you. And you're driving hate to somebody with equal mental issues or more mental issues than yourself, which is unfair. And I'm sitting here doing soddle, right? I've been racially abused by you, right? I've also been racially abused by you, which I haven't reported you to YouTube. I haven't really spoke about it, and I let it go over my head. Is it because I'm Turkish and racial abuse for a Turkish person is accepted, and it's not for a black person? It's not for, and it wasn't for Son with a DVD comment. Is it because I'm Turkish? Is it accepted to be called a kebab? My skin is thicker than that, and if that's all you got to come with to get to me, it's not gonna work. But seriously, don't. I'm not having a dig at you. Like I said, concentrate on your own stuff. I'm concentrating on mine, and I've got enough of my own shit to deal with to be thinking about giving out your phone number to anybody. Honestly, and it's wrong of you to say so. And I want to set that record straight. And whatever said about me on other channels, I don't really watch you to know to respond. So I just want to put that to bed. I mean, as YouTubers, do we have a sense of responsibility to try and educate people into how to be on social media? Or
I don't think we do have a responsibility. I think we leave it up to the people who join either a live stream or comment in the videos to make their own assumptions on what they think of your channel. It's an open world. It's a free world. Freedom of speech exists. And if it doesn't cross the barrier, then for me, on my channel personally, anything is accepted. But one of my co-hosts the other day had a really bad comment on the channel. I'm not going to say what it is. And it did dishearten me to see that, personally. And for me, if a person does that live on air, then they don't warrant a chance to watch the channel that I'm trying to produce. But if the comment is lighthearted and it goes towards if it's a joking manner, then mate, I take all comments on board, and whatever criticism has come in my way about the channel, I take it on as constructive, and I apply it and I implement a strategy to make the channel better. And that's pretty much it for me. I mean, we don't have a responsibility to dictate what a person says, otherwise you become a dictator. But we do have a responsibility to shut out a person that does cross the border and doesn't allow themselves to think why they're writing that before they write it.
This is from Gal. Gal says, Sonny, you helped me through the lockdown. I was unemployed. I've never been low my entire life, and you helped me through all that. So I appreciate you, and nobody can ever tell me anything about you, love. And you know what? And equally, Gal helped me because Gal has taken this channel to a different level, in my opinion.
He has.
And like I said, a million times I've walked away from it, and a million times that guy's kept it going. So big respect to Gal for that. And it's someone. This is where YouTube and social media does work, because for that I have made a very good friend and a brother. I can honestly say that guy is my brother, right? Moving on to football.
Yeah.
You know, just want to put, you know, with Watford, Arsenal coming up against Watford. And the Troy Deeney cojones statement, right, saying that Arsenal lack cojones, lack balls. In Turkish, lack dashucks, Right, so we had balls in 3 different languages there. So you learn you also get the language lesson on this channel.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Mikel Arteta's turned around and said he wants to now. I've got it here. Let me share screen here. Mikel Arteta admits Troy Deeney's cojones drive has fired up Arsenal to exact revenge. And then he's got a stick picture of Steve Bruce there, so I don't know why they've done that. But Arsenal fans in general, and do we want Watford to go down? And what would you say, David?
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Is losing a London club,
yeah,
good or bad for other London clubs?
I think the tiresome journeys that a lot of Arsenal fans take up north.
You know what? that is the best comment that I could have heard. You know what? With Leeds coming into the league,
yeah,
and potentially losing Watford, you're substituting a half an hour trip down the road to a 4-hour trip.
Yeah.
Leeds. What a great comment. As a football fan, that's how a football fan should think.
Yeah, that tiresome. But if a team is passionate, then do Arsenal fans really want to see Watford go? Probably not. I'm not sure. It's a London club. Even though Watford aren't the best London club, it still constitutes to a rivalry, if you would call it that. It's still a derby of some sort. So I think Watford staying up is the best thing. But I don't want to see Aston Villa drop down or anybody replace them, to be honest. I think Aston Villa are one of the, from my time especially, one of the old school clubs that I still like to see in the Premier League, being a 90s kid and all that.
I've actually got a soft spot for Aston Villa as well. Aston Villa, especially with Leeds coming to the league. Who are the other teams that got promoted?
Sorry?
Who else got promoted this season?
Leeds and West Brom, I think it was. Yeah, Leeds and West Brom.
Yeah, West Brom is another team which I like to see back. The only thing I've got against West Brom, I must admit, is, am I right in saying they sacked their manager? You know, who's the black guy who's their manager?
I'm not sure.
What was his name? Do you remember him? Where they got relegated and he went on a whole run of games where he was winning after they got relegated.
Oh, Aaron would know it. I wish Aaron was on the stream. He would definitely know it. Matt would definitely know it.
Yeah, it was that guy. I can't remember his name at the moment. So if anyone in the comments remembers his name, when they sacked him, I felt like that was a bit out of order. You've given the geezer an opportunity, just let him work.
Yeah.
And for that, I got a bit of a bad taste in my mouth about West Brom. Because it was one black manager in football where there ain't enough of. Obviously, that's a different conversation. But was it David Moore? Was it David Moore? Something like that.
I'm not sure. I would need to reconfirm with the manager knowledge of Aaron and Matt with that one.
Yeah. With a lack of black managers in footable.
Darren Moore, Aaron's manager.
Moore, yeah. I mean, that was one guy who didn't deserve to lose his job, and it's a shame. It's a big shame because I think that he would have deserved a place back in the Premier League, especially to help the presence of black football managers in football.
Yeah.
So me personally, if Watford go down, I'd actually miss Watford. But if it means them, it should go show how long this season's been, right?
It does.
Watford, when we played them away, this was the game where they had 31 shots against us, right? Delafeu was ripping us to pieces, right? Yeah. Delafeu was ripping us to pieces.
He has a tendency to do that. I don't know why.
Delafeu was ripping us to pieces. Was 2-0 up, right?
Yeah.
And then Emery made these strange substitutions, and then Watford got back to 2-2. But how they didn't ever win that game was a miracle. And this was a game when Guendouzi went off and he was going like that or like that, whatever it was. And it seems such a long time ago because this football season has lasted 11 months, right? And it was that was probably the game what led to Unai Emery's sacking.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of comments about Real Madrid in the comments. A lot of people saying, "Do I support Real Madrid?" Yeah, I do.
Well, read some of them out, because the comments that you could get on your end, I can't. They don't all come through on StreamYard from my end. So
okay.
If there's any comments that you want to highlight,
no, it's fine. No, Hardcore said, "Do you support Real Madrid?" And Ala Madrid said, "What do you think of Thiago Alcantara going to Real Madrid if he goes?" Well, mate, it's all in the eye of the beholder. We'll do a stream on our channel for those kind of updates and so forth.
I say Alcantara wouldn't mind him in Arsenal midfield.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind him in Arsenal. That's the kind of attacking midfielder that I was mentioning to you the other day.
All right, speaking of Real Madrid then, because obviously this chat could go anywhere, yeah? Isco, what's happened to him?
Isco has been kind of in a rejuvenation period with Zidane. Zidane's always liked Isco, no hiding that. I think Isco is one of the best attacking midfielders in the world. He's not on the level of De Bruyne, but he can play a style that is literally crazy sometimes to be able to pass defenders very easily. So that's the kind of player. I mean, I mentioned Isco in the stream the other day. That's the kind of player that will suit Arsenal to a T. I think Arteta would love a player like Isco at Arsenal. He is the kind of player that you need. Sorry?
Could we afford an Isco there?
Isco? No, I don't think so.
In comparison to Coutinho, what's Isco's value?
I'm not sure. Isco probably... Isco at the moment... I need to reconfirm his age at the moment. I think he's he's 27. He's in his 28. Sorry, he's in the prime of his career. He's a really, really good player. Really, really a demanding figure in midfield. He always requests to receive the ball. He doesn't mind if four men are around him. He doesn't care. He's the kind of player that doesn't care if he's got four men behind his back. He will try and dribble around literally everyone and try and pass it into the striker's feet. So that's Isco. Coutinho, I don't know. I think Coutinho's value has depreciated since he's moved to Barcelona.
Well, I think they're saying they want to say in the region of 60, 70 million for him now. Yeah.
Probably Isco's probably in a range of 80 to 100 million, I'm guessing. He's in the prime of his career. Isco does have injuries, though. That's a problem. So you never know with Isco. Our main guy is Modric in the midfield anyway, so it's
and he's a dinosaur. How old is Modric? He's about 142. He's about 142, isn't he?
He is, yeah, he is. But Modric is a diamond. He's the heart of the midfield in our team with Cruz and Casemiro. I love Casemiro to bits, mate. If we ever replace him, Real Madrid will lose a rock in that team.
All right, let me put you on the spot. Casemiro or Busquets?
Casemiro all day.
I thought you might say that. Jay Bowden has come up with a question. Sonny, do you think with the players like Coutinho, Partey, Upamecano, etc., linked to the club, would you be happy if say, a Grealish, Doucouré and Ake came in? What a good question. What a really, really good question.
I think that's the basically Coutinho, Partey and Upamecano, I think are the... it's like shopping at Waitrose. And then Grealish, Doucouré and Ake is like going to Asda's. I think that's the comparison, if you would call it that. You know what, though? I'd rather go Asda than go where Arsenal been going, which is a dustbin at Sainsbury's after they've chucked out rubbish. You know, I'll be happy with Grealish, Doucouré and Ake all day long. They would also, each player would improve Arsenal mega in my opinion. Partey, Coutinho and Upamecano would probably bring us to a competing level, I'd say. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Coutinho, Partey, yeah, I think, but all those three players. But you know what? I think Grealish, like we talked to him about the other day, isn't it? Doucouré is a different story altogether. I think Doucouré and Partey, they're not on the same level, but Doucouré will do a job. He's already played in the Premier League. He will fit in nicely into the Arsenal team, when Partey would probably take a few 4-5 games to adjust. It's a bit different. It's a bit different. I mean, it's a different thing. It's a different thing altogether, Doucouré and Partey. Partey's just is a class above Doucouré, if you ask me. Guendouzi, apparently linked with Barcelona. Still, yeah.
Story
Still.
suggests. What's he linked with? Barcelona Airport or something? I can't believe with Barcelona football team. Surely.
The beachfront. That's what he's linked to.
Yeah. I mean, what's he? Is he going to be the one walking up and down in speedo, selling 7-Up?
I mean, he's a good player, Guendouzi, but he's just, I don't know, he's just got discipline issues. He's too young. He's fragile. He needs he can't take. I don't think Arteta's even strict. I'm not sure about the training ground if he is, but when he was on the touchline, he looked strict.
I mean, why is it so? All right, so, Guendouzi, right? You think Arsenal plucked him from obscurity, right? They plucked him from somewhere where he probably 3 or 4 years too early to be at Arsenal. You'd think he'd owe everything to Arsenal being there, and you think he'd give his soul, right? You think he had more Arsenal outfits on than Ty, right? That should be a guy who should bleed Arsenal, right? Because Arsenal have probably put him up from 50 euros a week to 50,000.
Exactly.
He owes Arsenal big time. Where's this bloody attitude come from? Where's this arrogance coming? Is it because he's got a sexy French voice? What is it? Where is this arrogance? Is it because he's got flowing hair?
I think his attitude is just becoming from when he's young and expecting too much from the Arsenal squad. I think being young, I think you should look at Arsenal as a mentorship platform, and someone like Arteta and Emery before him as a mentor, like the class of '92 looked at Sir Alex Ferguson. It's exactly like that. It's young players coming into a squad. They should look at it as, look, I'm playing for the Arsenal here. The Arsenal, the Gunners.
I'm going to say something that you lot might not agree with, right? I'm going to say his friendship with Lacazette and Aubameyang, it actually works against him.
Potentially.
Because he thinks he's Lacazette at Aubameyang's level of what they've done in their, or I'll say what they've done in their career as who they are. And Lacazette and Aubameyang, if you're watching, bonjour, right? That's the only French I know, right? But if you're watching, this is what happens when you take a young kid to a party and you start getting balloons and this, that, and the other. You've totally distorted. You started distorted who he is.
You mean balloons as in Noscas, yeah?
Yeah. You started. He had that picture where he's like on the. It was out of it. And this is what happens like that about you, right? You're supposed to be a role model for this kid.
Yeah.
And you've turned him into a fucking psycho, right? It's not.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, look, like, I honestly think that these days, when you look at football these days, I think the money's just got too big for their boots, if you would call it that. If you look at football in previous years, before the mega money came in, young players would die for the club they play for. They don't care who they're playing for. Young players coming in will die for the club they played for. I mean, look. I mean, you had Winterburn on your show before, isn't it?
Yeah.
He would die for Arsenal. You had Kevin Campbell on your show before. Die for the club. You had loads of people
on his pros now. You know, old school on his pros.
Exactly, old school on his pros, and these guys will die for their club. I think it's too much money orientated these days. I don't see a player in the world at the moment that's going, okay, this club is mine. I bleed this club. I don't really see many two players that are like that across the world.
Jermaine Pennant, right? Left Arsenal. When he left Arsenal,
yeah.
Right?
When Jermaine Pennant left Arsenal, yeah.
When Jermaine Pennant left Arsenal, Jermaine, nice bloke, had bundles of ability, right? Don't think he ever. I think Jermaine would probably say, to be fair, David Bentley was another one, right? Had so much ability, but never showed it consistently, right? But they had the potential to be really, really good players, right? They were good players, but they had potential to be really, really good players. Jermaine Pennant left his Porsche, at the airport, right? He didn't leave it for a week. He didn't leave it for 2 weeks. He left it there for about 2 years. You know what? He went off to Spain or wherever he went to, and he forgot that he had it.
Yeah.
How can you forget that you've got £100,000 motor at the airport? You know, how can you forget that?
Oh, mate. Yeah, I would love to speak to those kind of footballers, to be honest. I mean, that's where I plan the channel on going, obviously Football Fan Focus with everybody in cooperation. I would love to speak to ex-footballers and gain their opinion on certain things. I mean, me and you, Sonny, we discussed, obviously, on doing competitions between two eras of clubs, isn't it? We discussed little competitions like who would win out of the 99 treble win in Man United versus Invincibles.
I think you should come up with some sort of computer simulator who can actually play these games.
I tell you what, mate, I'll do FIFA on it. I'll make the players up. I'll do it. Yeah. And Centurions versus Invincibles, or whoever it is. I think these kind of ideas, obviously speaking about pros, ex-pros, and so forth, I think they would love to take part in that, to be honest, and take part in the discussion.
Without that, players of different generations of how they'll do currently, because I think football is a lot easier now. Can you imagine Maradona being around today? Can you actually imagine Maradona or you know what, Pele?
Yeah.
The one player I could liken to Pele would probably be Mbappe. Right? Can you imagine someone on Pele's level to be around today? Do you reckon Messi and Ronaldo get looking?
I think they would. I think the game's changed. I think the game has evolved. It's become more faster. It's become different paced. It's become weaker in terms of strength. I mean, me and Aaron were doing a watch along to Juventus versus Milan. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. And we were like, mate, these tackles that they're putting in reminds us of old school football Italia that we used to watch on Channel 4.
Sergio Ramos takes no prisoners at all, doesn't he?
He takes no prisoners. Pepe as well for him, which is exactly the same thing. But I honestly think that football has evolved. It's become much faster. I think Maradona and Pele, with the regime that goes on with the players now in terms of fitness and training regimes and hours spent on the training pitch, I think they will succeed in this day and era as well. Alex Ferguson quoted saying that Di Stefano, Pele, Cruyff, Maradona, if they're great in that era, they will be great in this era. And if Alex Ferguson says it, I believe it.
Look at some players. Like Ronaldinho was another fantastic. If there's any footballer you want to watch to get you off your seat, that player was Ronaldinho.
100%.
Ronaldinho was mate, that geezer was class. He was honestly
he was class. Question to David: who do you think will replace Guendouzi as part of a swap deal? Oof. To Barcelona, I think Coutinho is the only one they can go for, to be honest. Sonny?
My answer to that is probably a vase of orchids to go on Raul's windowsill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, Guendouzi, his swap deal would need to be Coutinho. There's no other player that really could fill that kind of that void. And if you get Coutinho for Guendouzi, I think that will be a steal, mate. But transfer news at the window, it's all transfer news at the end of the day. It's all speculation. Who knows?
I don't think Coutinho makes such an impact at Arsenal, to be honest with you. I don't think he'll make a big enough impact at Arsenal. I honestly don't.
He's already played at the Premier League, though. He's already played with Liverpool.
Liverpool still let him go. Let him go. I know he won't let him go for extortionate amount of money, but is he that player you say, look, I just can't sell at any price? He's not Thierry Henry, is he?
No, he's not. He's not. But you let Thierry Henry go to Barcelona, so
it's not like a Thierry Henry. He's not a Patrick Vieira. He's not. There's just some players that you just can't let go, and he's not one of them.
True.
Jay says, saying, do we still have the pulling power to track names of I mentioned in Coutinho, etc. Saying we are sat in 10th for no European football. Do we have to settle for bottom half players?
Wow, that's a good statement, actually. I never thought about that because you're in 10th now. So, whoa, mate, I don't know. Is it going to be Arsenal are going to be scraping down the bottom half of the table? Wow.
Is that where we are now?
Is that where you are?
Springer is my brother. Honestly, Springer, this guy is my brother. I love the geezer, love him to death. Right? It says Ronaldinho, 100% legend, unbelievable player. Springer, spoke to you the other day, bruv. Offers open, bruv. I've got the rum in, the whole lot. Cup final day, bruv. We're sitting here watching football, bro.
Yeah.
Hopefully doing a watch along with David.
Yeah, that's it. We'll probably do a watch along on the FA Cup final. Yeah. Just to resonate, obviously. Yeah, just what Springer said as well. I mean, Ronaldinho and what you said, Sonny. That guy, he brought beach football, what they play in Brazil, what they play in the streets. He brought it to the football pitch, and from my favorite player ever, Ronaldo, Luis Nazario, the original Ronaldo. That's my favorite player ever.
Big bum Ronaldo, number 9.
Yeah, number 9.
With a sunny haircut.
With a sunny haircut, that's it. With a sunny haircut, he's my favorite player of all time. Him and Ronaldinho, they made the game epically amazing. If our guys in the comments, you need to watch Ronaldo, the original at Barcelona. He was exceptional. For Bobby Robson to hold his hands in his head when he scored that goal, my God. Another level. Let me tell you that.
Speaking of Brazil, Rivaldo was also another level.
Yeah,
Rivaldo. The younger generation have really missed out what Brazil really was.
Was, yeah, exactly.
There was a player in the 80s, Socrates.
Yeah,
right?
Socrates. I've seen clips.
Socrates. The younger generation really missed out, right? Socrates, this is a guy who used to smoke 60 fags a day, right? Honestly, Socrates used to smoke 60 fags a day, right? If the geezer could smoke while he's playing football, he'd be smoking, right? But the geezer was oh mate, the geezer was fucking class. Honestly, he was class. Yeah. He stunk of fags, but he was class.
He stunk of fags with his class. Yeah, the Brazil side. I mean, but do you know what? We go through eras and we go through different times of football, and you really look back on it and you say, where has football come now compared to the previous era? I'm not sure what you think of, Sonny. I mean, being an old school Arsenal fan, what do you think of? I'm not going to ask about Arsenal now because you know this could be the same answer. What do you think about football in general now compared to?
I don't like it. I don't like it. The football's probably better, I'd say, because obviously the game has changed. It's
adapted faster. It's
quicker. There's a lot more tactics. There's a lot more skillful players in the Premier League than there was before in the old First Division. But I don't like it. What I don't like about it is it's a disconnect with the fans. I don't like.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Bear in mind. Right. Bear in mind. Everyone used to take fans for granted. Right. Till this pandemic. Right. And everyone used to say, if Arsenal fans boycotted the Emirates, what difference would it make? Would it make a big difference? Because Arsenal matchday revenue is what is their bread and butter, right? So it make big difference. But football, as in a game, as in, I think social media is also sport football for me.
Yeah.
Social media is also sport football for me. It's made it a dark place. It's made it a nasty place. It's made it a place where you can't have a say without getting lambasted for an opinion.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more negatives to modern day football than there's to
previous era football.
Yeah. I mean, for instance, when would you ever see a testimonial game of football again? Someone who's been at their club for over 10 years. Emi Martinez has been at Arsenal for 10 years. He won't get a testimonial. Because he ain't been at the team.
He won't.
He's a reserve goalie. He probably picked up 20 grand a week.
The last one I saw was Company. He had a testimonial game. That's the last one I think I saw. Man City legends, if they had any legends, of course, Man City were a good club about 30 decades ago. But I think overall, I don't think that should have been a testimonial. It was Man City, for Pete's sake. You know what I mean?
Has that one club footballer gone now?
What? Sorry,
that one club footballer, has it gone now? Where that footballer where he's been at his club for his whole career.
I don't know. The last one, I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, even Real Madrid. We lost talismanic figures. We lost talismanic figures. I mean, Casillas went to Porto. Raul went to Schalke. Wow, I can't think of one of Real Madrid personally. Barcelona, neither. I mean, Busquets is still there.
I know, last I can remember is Steven Gerrard off the top of my head.
Yeah, Steven Gerrard actually. No, but Steven Gerrard went to America.
Yeah, he's sure he's not even a one club, is he? Because they'll go to America or they go to what's the name? Middle East.
Joseph touched on the super chat, isn't it?
Yeah, Joe's asked you a question.
Do I rate Torreira and Xhaka together as a team or just individuals? I mean, if he's going on individuals, neither to both of them, and as a team, neither to both of them. That's it. I don't rate Xhaka or Torreira. I mean, Xhaka's a good player when he wants to be, but he's too inconsistent. I mean, you need someone on the level of Thomas Partey to be consistent on different games. And do you know what? If you're getting a player from Simeone, you know he's going to be good. That's it. Finish off. Finished article. He's going to be a finished article in defence. That's what you need in that midfield.
Bring Griezmann with you. I'll take Griezmann with him. Scott Reynolds says, who do you think they'll sign? Do you think we need another goalkeeper? I think we need to sort out our defence out really, really do. We need to sort out defence for last 20 years, didn't we? Really?
Yeah, I think last I would say 14 years you need to sort out your defence. Now, I don't know, mate. Is the defence a problem of... I mean, Mustafi's a World Cup winner?
Yeah.
David Luiz has got to many semi-finals. He's won the Confederations Cup. He's won a lot of different trophies as well. I mean, is he a finished article? None of them, I don't think they are.
I think Mustafi is our best defender at the club.
I think he got carried at the World Cup as well.
Yeah, but I think at the World Cup he played at a different position. He played right back, didn't he? But I think he's our best defender at the club by head and shoulders. Our best defender at the club, Mustafi, and that is saying something about our Arsenal's defence. He's not good enough. I mean, where was Arsenal where Hummels wanted to move? Where was Arsenal where Boateng wanted to move? Where was Arsenal when Hummels was too slow, wasn't he?
He was too slow, but he was a rock hard defender. He would clatter someone in the box.
Boateng again, good player in his time, but is his time past? Samuel Umtiti will be leaving Barcelona this year for 25 million. Would we take him?
He's a good player, Samuel Umtiti.
Will Samuel Umtiti do it for Arsenal?
I don't think he would do it for Arsenal. I don't think he suits the style of the Premier League. Premier League is too physical for Samuel Umtiti. I think Umtiti needs a bit more of a lighter challenge. I think he needs somewhere like France. I think Ligue 1 will be good for him. I don't think he would fit in Arsenal.
Sar coming in on a free, would that be a good deal to play alongside Saliba, or is it just too minutes they're too young for it?
I'm not sure.
Up in McCartney said they don't want to come.
Yeah, no. How many players are saying they actually don't want to come to Arsenal?
Probably all of them. Once I get it, probably all of them.
Would you want to go and play for Arsenal, Sonny?
It depends who's coming with me.
Shall I come with you?
Yeah, depends who's coming with me. You know what? The first thing I'd ask if Raul knocked on my door, because obviously it's a different knock, right? If Raul knocked on my door and he said, "Do you want to come play for Arsenal?" This is Arsenal. I've sold Arsenal to you, right? First question I'd ask is, who else is coming? Not how much money you're going to pay me, not how long the contract is, not where am I going to be living, not what school my kid's going to be going to, is who else is coming to play with me in that team? Because no one else is coming, I ain't fucking going. And I'm saying that as an Arsenal fan. If Arsenal comes to me now, bear in mind it's my career, and Arsenal come up to me and say, Sonny, do you want to come play? I'll say, no, mate, sorry, until you tell me who's coming with me. Because if I go and play with shit players, they're going to make me look shit.
Mm. You know? Well, Oba, why do you think he came to Arsenal?
For the money. For the money. Borussia Dortmund weren't going nowhere. Shit league. They're not the main team in Germany. They weren't really qualified for Champions Leagues. They're getting turned over. Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League are just an average football team. You know? He's come to Arsenal for the money. He's got the money, and now he can move on. If it wasn't for this pandemic, he would have gone. He would have gone. Barcelona or Real Madrid would have snapped him up. It's only because there's no money in football at the moment. He might stay. If I was Aubameyang myself, what I'd do, I'd just stay and leave on a free and get a big sign-on fee wherever I want to go.
Yeah, I think
Why would he make a choice?
Yeah, I think Arsenal, what they're trying to do is just cover up the cover up everything that they're trying to do. So, for example, if a defender is out of it, like for example David Luiz and Mustafi, they're going to say, "Oh, we're just going to play Holland there, and that's it. It's fine. We're not actually going to bother." But Saliba's coming. That's what I said to you. I said to you this on the stream the other day. I was like, "Who's Saliba going to be with?"
Yeah.
To even bloody make him a good player. Who's going to lead Saliba as a defender? He's a talented footballer, but who's going to lead him?
Yeah. I mean, also the player that also been harping on about, Ben Rama. Apparently, he's been heavily linked to go to Chelsea as well.
Yeah.
For Brentford, a girl keeps going about. Partey was saying, did anyone hear about Birmingham City players that they went to Dortmund and they retired his shirt number? The geezer only played 40 times for them. Who's we talking about?
I'm not sure. Maybe Aaron will know. I always need to confirm with Aaron and Matt on these ones. I love Easy Handler's comment. What sort of plonker bought Liechtensteiner? I could see a mile off. He was past it. Love that. Love that comment.
Is the Arsenal game on? It must be on Sky. It has to be because it's what's the name? It's a relegation decider, isn't it?
I think it will be on Sky. Yeah. The final of the FA Cup will be on BBC. So hooray! I've got Now TV as well, so I'm fine. But I mean, the BBC final.
Or maybe the stream won't be as lagging or behind as when we do the watch along.
Yeah, true. The BBC one is fine. Yeah, true. Don't bring the World Cup winner point out. Yeah. Jay Bowling says we're missing an old school solid centre back like Sol Campbell. Yeah, I agree with you 100 million% on that one, Jay Bowling. That guy, Sol Campbell, was an absolute brick house. He would take you out and he would keep sliding past the goalpost and clatter the actual sign on the outside. That's how dedicated he was.
Do you know what I think about Sol Campbell? If you've got the balls in the modern game to leave Spurs and come to Arsenal when you're the Spurs captain for 10 years, you've got fucking character. You've got character.
He definitely did have character. He did have character, yeah. I mean, Adams, obviously, and Keown were Arsenal's best, I think. Adams, obviously, Campbell, best pairings, best defenders of Arsenal's generation, of the golden generation of Arsenal players. But I mean, we actually mentioned this on the stream that we done ages ago on Fan Chat TV, when it was Fan Chat TV, or Football Fan Focus, what it is now. We done a 90s team, and we were debating whether Keane or Vieira would get into our 90s team. And we were like, look at these two players. Okay, we decided Keane on the end, but Keane was actual manager on the pitch, if you would say that. Vieira was the manager on the pitch for Arsenal, if you would say that. You know what I mean? He was the general.
Yeah.
He was that general, mate. He was the commandant of Arsenal's football team. That's what that Vieira. I mean, once you get Partey, he could develop into that player. I mean, Partey's still in his prime, mate. He's still in his prime.
I still don't think you could compare Keane to Vieira. I think Vieira's levels above Keane.
Aaron would disagree on that one. But I was voting for Vieira, so I'm okay.
Just want to say a big shout out to Shaheen, one of the nicest guys I've met through YouTube. It says, "Hi Sonny, good show. The manager needs to be backed. Saliba alone is not the answer. He's 18, you're a teenager, and a big difference. French league, big difference between French league and the Premier League."
That's
Shaheen,
it.
Welcome back to the family, Shaheen. Love you, my brother. Also, as well, just want to shout out another friend of mine. Levan is going to start his YouTube channel called Levanger's Lounge. Go and subscribe to his channel as well, and let's get his channel going. And in the preseason, when the season closes, I think Lev's going to come back on the channel and also bring that brilliant mental health podcast that he had, and with his friend Alex. And if he does do that, if we can get that signing done for Sonny CV Arsenal, yeah, it'll definitely make the channel a lot better. and I'm all for giving good people a platform to do their thing and help them grow and help us grow as a channel as well. It's a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. We're getting as much benefit out of it as we're giving.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think a lot of the comments obviously on today's Arsenal, looking at it, and I'm looking at the comments here. Arsenal is a retirement home players put their feet up and collect pension money. Just because Saliba is young doesn't mean he's not ready. He's going to be like Varane. I tell you what, that's a great comment. Varane, when he came to Real Madrid, but let me give you a comeback, and I've just said this to Sonny Sabi. Saliba doesn't have a player like Ramos beside him to nurture him and coach him to become a good defender. That's what you're missing. Simple as.
If you're good enough, you're old enough, in my opinion, though. Could
be. Maybe Saliba is a mature player that doesn't need any coaching and nurturing. Maybe Arteta is going to be the right man for him.
Honestly, I'd like to see Saliba. If Saliba's playing alongside David Luiz, right? I want to see Saliba go up to David Luiz, put his hand on his shoulder, and say, "David, there, come here, yeah," and be a leader. I want him to be a leader and make that mark from the first game he has. Don't come in thinking you're a rookie or you're gonna be a rookie.
Yeah.
We paid good money for you. Come in as a leader we want you to be. It's asking a lot, but it's all about mentality. And like the first thing I'd do if I was Willian Saliba, I'll go and put my foot in on someone proper. Right? And I'll say, "Welcome to I'm in the Premier League. And this is what you're going to get." I'll take someone out.
Well, a lot of the young French defenders, obviously, France have a great knack for creating good defenders. They've always had this kind of knack for creating good defenders. Ever since, obviously, the 80s, they've had a great knack for creating defenders. I mean, let me give you an example. Kimpembe, when he went to PSG, he had Thiago Silva beside him. And Kimpembe also wanted to be a leader. He was that kind of player. He always wanted to be in front of the line as well.
Do you rate him?
Eh?
Do you rate him?
What, Kimpembe?
Yeah.
I don't particularly, but he did want to have didn't want to play second fiddle to Thiago Silva. You see? So I think that kind of player like Saliba coming to Arsenal, I don't think he would, if he's young and he's mature, I don't think he would want to play second fiddle to David Luiz or Mustafi anytime soon. But I think Mustafi would be a better leader and coach to him than David Luiz.
I agree.
In my opinion.
Vegas Gouda, JP, love you, bruv. Just because Saka and Martinelli turned up good, some people think Willock, Nelson, and Nketiah, and I'm going to add one more name to that as well. Smith Rowe is going to be probably a first team player next season. So we have Nelson, Nketiah, and Smith Rowe. Are they going to be any good? And Willock, in my opinion, no.
How do you rate Arsenal's youth system? Obviously, it's not on the level like Ajax, for example, who produce youth players after youth players. I mean, the Dutch Eredivisie, they have a knack of creating great youth systems.
They create world-class players. They create players who are world-class.
Yeah, they do.
Arsenal create players who have potential but never feel it. You know, I don't rate Arsenal's youth system, to be honest with you. Apart from Saka, is anyone I rate out of our youth system? I don't rate none of the rest. I don't rate Willock. I don't rate Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
Do you think loaning a couple of these players out to different clubs would be a chance for Arsenal to return them back to the club and say, okay, these have become fully developed players? Do you think Arsenal has the ability to develop these kind of players, or do you think maybe loan them off to maybe La Liga or loan them off to somewhere in the Bundesliga or Serie A? Do you think that'd be a good choice for Arsenal?
I wouldn't loan them out to the Championship. I reckon it's a step too low, in my opinion, in the Championship. And Nketiah went to Leeds and didn't really get a game. He came on as an impact sub. Reece Nelson went to Hoffenheim, started off really well, and then it fell flat for him. if you're going to loan a player, you need to loan a player to somebody to match
your level.
To match level, yeah. You don't loan him below a level because it's going to make them look too good. They're going to come back thinking they're really good.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
You got to really be careful where you loan them to. I mean, it was Hoffenheim, Nelson's level, or could Nelson have gone to somebody better? Could he have gone to Borussia Dortmund, for instance?
Yeah. Well, Carvajal for Real Madrid went to Bayern Leverkusen and became one of the most proven right backs in the world at that time. And then he came to Real Madrid and he became one of the best right backs again. So Bayern Leverkusen is not of the level of Real Madrid, but they're not too far behind. So in terms of their league progress, I think Carvajal is a bit of a different story.
And for Arsenal moving forward as well, and give your thought on loan players, right? For instance, we've got Dani Ceballos from your team, Real Madrid, yeah?
Yep. As you can clearly see behind me in the box seat.
Firstly,
wink.
what was your thoughts on Dani Ceballos before he came to Arsenal, right? Because obviously he tore up the under-20s tournament. Very best player in the world.
Spain, yeah.
Also as well, were there better players at Real Madrid who Arsenal could have got? And is there any point of Arsenal loaning players if they haven't got an option to buy?
Well, Dani Ceballos himself, pretty much, obviously from his youth career, from Sevilla and Betis, he was a good talent. He was a good talent, and Real Madrid obviously took him under the wing, obviously for many reasons. He played through Real Betis, obviously through the seniors. When we got him, I don't know, mate. It was like kind of Zidane was like either starting him or not starting, or bring him as a sub in the between, or not bring him on as a sub altogether and leave him on the bench. And he didn't really have that same impact that Isco had, or players like different players like Vinicius has. Vinicius is on the left wing. He has such an impact when he comes on. Is a different story. So he doesn't really have an impact at all. He's not an impact player of any sorts. So I think, Betis always had a good run of creating good talent through their youth system. So we thought Dani Ceballos may be that kind of next player that could come through and be a person to control the midfield, but he never was. He's not on the level of Modric and Kroos. He never was, and he's a sub to reserve player if best for me at Real Madrid.
Wow,
we got so much more talent than him.
Wow.
So much more talent than Ceballos. I think he would be transferred to Real Madrid, to Arsenal. Sorry.
Well, maybe we got the wrong man.
We got Odegaard is coming back. So, mate, that guy. Hopefully, he's the one that turns out to be the next one to replace Modric and so forth in that midfield.
Mate,
because Modric is passing on.
You know, our recruitment is so off, right? If someone said to one of our scouts, "Go get Odegaard," they'll go to Oddbins and go and get a bottle of wine instead. You know, they don't. Do they even know players that were in world football, or do they just know the players who are free? You know,
I don't know. Odegaard is a different caliber altogether. He started off in Real Madrid very poor, and then he just went to a different host of clubs, ended up in Sociedad, and became one of La Liga's most promising midfielders in the last 5 years. He's such a great talent, and Real Madrid won him back.
Did Real Madrid ever want Saliba?
I don't think so. Maybe, but I think Real Madrid is a different. When they scouted Varane, it was a different story. That guy, when he came, he was full of pace, full of strength, and then Ramos made him into next to him, made him into the player that he is. And Real Madrid, with all their talent, they have a very good team now, and I think they should do well. But I don't think Saliba would fit into Real Madrid's mold. I don't know.
Well,
yeah, we need.
Vegas Gooden says, Sonny, would you take Grealish? He has big heart, feelings, and work rate. I would like Grealish at Arsenal, but he also thinks he's better than what he is, and he's got a big ego. And
he does.
Whether coming to London and thinking he's Billy Big Bollocks in the Arsenal in the Arsenal team. Would that be good, or is it just another person who's going to come in with a bad attitude? And is he ready for a club like Arsenal? Are Arsenal ready for Jack Grealish? Is the other thing as well?
Yeah, the Assembled had a good comment. I mean, Mbappe, when he was a couple of before he went to PSG, before he became the star, I think Arsenal were in transfer talk with Mbappe at one point, were they?
Apparently, Arsene Wenger went round to Mbappe's house, and it was like going to spare room to sleep in. You know, it was that into with Mbappe's mum and dad. They woke up in the morning, and Arsene Wenger was having the frosties and made the croissants and everything before they all woke up. It was that much in with him. But another player who didn't end up at Arsenal.
Yeah, true.
You're lucky, Mbappe, because would have ended your career. We're going to finish now, guys. That was just a quickie, but we're going to have these chats on a regular. Dave, give us your final thought. Anything you want to say before we go?
I think personally, I think obviously Sonny TV Arsenal is going to be a good platform for Arsenal fans. I generally enjoy coming on the show. The heart to heart we had at the beginning of this show was excellent. So if you want to, go and watch it back, please do so. It was really, really good. And I think there's going to be big things to come for both platforms. One, obviously, focus on Arsenal and other different ventures, and us as well. We're going to be focusing on different ventures, different broadcasts, podcasts we're going to be doing. We're going to be obviously hiring studios in the future so we can invite fans of different clubs and so forth to have a really good debate live on air. None of this over-exaggerated stuff that you see normally. We're talking about actual debates live on air, different topics, different football topics on a day-to-day basis. So that's our channel. We're going to be pumping about 4 to 5 videos a week soon. So we had a good session yesterday, me, Aaron, and Matt live on air. Not on our channel, but in a conversation that we had. And we're going to do really good things. So I have absolute pleasure of working with you, Sonny, on YouTube at the moment and putting together great content. And I thank all the comments obviously coming today on Sonny TV Arsenal, asking me questions and asking you questions. And yeah, I would like to thank everybody for joining the stream live on air.
Do you know what excites me? What excites me is I can see where you guys are going with Football Fan Focus, right? And to get to know you guys at the outset of it, when I know when the first brick has been laid, to what these bricks are going to develop into, right? At the end of it, is a pleasure knowing you before you've got there, because once you get there, I'm going to feel really proud, right? I'm going to feel really proud that you're there, and we've grown together. We've grown together
at the same rate, yeah.
I think you're going to take over by a long way, because obviously you've got far more content to cover than what we have. But just to be part of your journey, and to see how something really good is going to be built from the bottom up, it's going to be really exciting times. I'm going to put the Football Fan Focus link in the description.
Shall I send it to you in private?
Yeah. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments.
I'll do it from here.
Can you put it in the comments?
Yeah, I can. I'll just go on the live stream myself. There we go. Okay, cool. I'm doing it now.
Miguel, if you're at home, Miguel, can you please put the Football Fan Focus link as well? Is that it there?
That's the one there.
Sorry, wrong one. Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one there.
Where's your one that you put in?
It came up.
Did it come up?
I put it up on the thing, but it's fine. I don't mind. That's the same one anyway. If you would like to go subscribe, please do so. And likewise, obviously, anybody who's going to be watching on our channel, we're going to be propping up Sonny TV, and hopefully you can join us live on air as well, Sonny.
Yeah, without that, yeah. So, to be honest with you, honestly, whether I'm on your program or not on your program, I'm one of your biggest fans. I honestly am. Right.
Cheers. Thank you.
I said, right, for the cup final, listen to David's commentary. You know, it's the nuts. David's commentary is the nuts, honestly. right? And I see another thing we could do in the future, right? In after the season's finished, if there's any games that you guys want David to commentate on, right, or any bits of like football highlights, it could be from an Arsenal game, or it could be any game, it could be an England game, or whatever. And we could do the same thing for the Euros as well. But our Euros is going to be mad. I'll tell you about what we're going to do for the Euros.
Oh, I tell you, the Euros are going to be nuts, mate.
Listen,
nuts.
If there's a game that you lot want David to do some commentary on, and we could do a watch along, and we could try and set something up with David actually doing the commentary on it. But like it could be an FA Cup final that we've won. It could be a game that we've murdered Spurs. It could be if David's got the time and we could get it going, send us your suggestions in as well. It could be something we could do when the season's finished.
Yeah, we're going to be doing this Sunday. We're going to be doing kind of a super Sunday bonanza on our channel. So maybe you can join us in. We're going to be covering all the matches live on air. Sonny,
yeah,
we're going to be covering there. What's the name of the pug?
Pablo.
Hola, Pablo. ¿Cómo está? So, yeah, we're going to be doing a super Sunday bonanza, if we call it that. We don't know. We haven't thought out the name. Where we're going to be covering all the matches, doing live commentary of all the matches. I think we can do it. I think it's going to be crazy. It's going to be because all the matches kick off at the same time. So we're going to have to commentate on one going in goal, another goal going in, another guy going in. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be absolutely nuts.
And this is what we're going to do for the cup final, right? David has kindly promised to put us up in a nice hotel in London, right? And what we're going to do the journey to Wembley. and David's promise is going to have aircraft footage of the coach going to Wembley.
I'm gonna get a drone above Wembley and just like have everybody just have a drone above the Wembley football stadium.
So what me and Gal could do, we could go to Savile Road. David says he's also going to pay for that as well. We're going to go to Savile Road. We're going to get a couple of suits made, and we're going to get on the coach wearing our team suits.
Yeah.
And anyone in the comments who wants to come with us, it's all on David.
It will be good though. It will be good. You know what? Do you know we actually me and Aaron and Matt, we actually thought about doing podcasts in a hotel nearby a stadium and then doing fan cams after. It'd be an awesome entertainment feature to do fan cams after of neutral based fans. Let's see what they talk about and get some from the other team as well. What do they think of Arsenal and see what's the crack? So we have a couple of ideas. Trust me, we're flowing at the moment. We're flowing
for the Euros. For the Euros, right?
Oh, mate.
We're going to, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do them on location. We're going to do the Euros on location, right?
We will.
So, for me, I'm a mad fucking Turk, right? So I'm going to be doing them from Turkish locations in North London, right? Live, right? That's what I'm going to be doing. Right? What's your Turkey game? On locations from Turkish restaurants, Turkish bars, and all that. All right. And
Sofrasi.
Yeah. And we go to Kervan. We go to Kervan. We will do all of them.
Yeah.
We'll go for them. You know what? They might even give us a free bit of steak and chips as well.
I go for the cuff there all the time, mate.
Yeah, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the Euros on location to cover England, Turkey, and we'll make the Euros really good. And Spain, obviously Spain as well. There, we just got a Spanish correspondent.
That's it. We're going, mate. I'm half Spanish, but I'm from Tenerife, so we'll just go to Tenerife, chill on the beach, get the phones out, do a broadcast on the phones. That's it. No messing around.
Anyway, we're out of here. Sunny CV Arsenal.
Thank you, guys.
To Football Fan Focus, and the quicker we get these guys up there with numbers, like I said, he's been in studios, he's been in the whole lot. It's going to be. Let's change the game. Let's change the game.
We have, yeah. We got a secret location in Moorgate that we can't tell anybody about. That we're going to be doing live streams coming up the new season. So we'll leave it at that.
It's because next season is a good thing coming. I mean, this season we've all found our feet a bit. Next season we're building onto our foundations. But same TV Arsenal. We're out of here. Please go and subscribe to Football Fan Focus, because the more subscribers we could get from this channel onto David's channel is the more chance we get him back on our channel as well. Right. So same TV Arsenal. We're out of here. David, really thanks for your time, mate. Really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no worries, mate. Yeah, I love the new Arsenal kit, by the way. Really nice.
Yeah, guys, in the comments, how many of you are going to go and buy the new Arsenal kit?
The goalkeeper kit looks amazing.
I saw Robbie wearing it for the first time today. I just can't
The
get
goalkeeper kit looks amazing.
different shades of red. I just can't get my head around it. To be honest with you.
Cool, guys.
Right, do you know what? If we have a bad season as last season, I'm going to wash my bloody car with it. I need to get a car first. Say to you, Arsenal.